Hi. Oh, I'm Sailor Moon, Serena, and I'm doing a YouTube live stream today. Yeah, I didn't tell anyone. I didn't go on and set any time. I just got it in my head to do a YouTube live stream at 4:56 in the after day, which is the after day going to become evening soon. And the first thing I want to talk about on my YouTube live stream is that, oh, hi. Yes. Yeah. So the first thing I want to talk about my YouTube live stream is why I do not shift my films. The Latin borrowed word is edit. The English word is shift. Why I don't shift out my films or clean my films or anything like that. Well, first off, we all know that every film shifting tool out there, the freeware and the skilled, are too hard to work. They take too much time. You just can't put a film in and get it to go the way you want it to go. And I don't care which one it is. It's like, oh, it's like a friend who has a weakness. And one of their weaknesses might be cutting out stuff out of your film. So everyone likes to work with a film shifting tool, whatever it might be. Well, I had some bad times of film shifting tools. I did. Let's go to everyone's beloved Microsoft Filmmaker or Microsoft Windows Filmmaker or SmallSoft Filmmaker. First off, yeah, I love you too. Thank you. Yes. So all it was good at was, making your films brighter, making your films darker. Oh, I can do some outstanding drawings. You want to have a beginning, middle, and end sheet to your film? I can do that. You want to cut something out? Oh, looks like you fucked your film out. I can't bring those two chunks back together. And then my next bad time with it was with the ArcSoft that came with my old HP web shooter. And ArcSoft film for layer and ArcSoft web shooter friend. They weren't really much of friends either. They had the same weakness. Couldn't cut out things. And if they did, they'd fuck your film up. Forgive me for saying that, but that's what happened. It's like I can do some outstanding drawings, make your film brighter and darker. You want a beginning, middle, and end sheet to your film? I can do that. Oh, you want me to cut things out? Oh, looks like that's gone. I besmirched your film, sad. And then you got to forgive your friend for it. And then the next one we go to is the last one I worked with, some Cyberlink Power Director or Strength Overseer. This one was broken. None of the settings worked. All it did was film. So I say fuck all film shifting tools. I don't work with any of them. And you don't have to. Let's read what I got here so far. Yes, you. It's my bro. I love you, Sailor Moon. Smiley Lair. Free folks, free men dancing. And then you. What's up? Oh, everything's good. Just bitching, whining, and nagging about film shifting tools that don't work worth a shit. And I know that some folks are like, gee, Sailor Moon, Serena, you would actually say that. Yeah, I actually would. Now, I know some of you folks out there who scale these film shifting tools are going to be like, what about Mackie Cam or Sony Vegas? Or what about the Apple Zyme film? Our last cut. All the same. Junk. All they are clutter. Don't work at all. I'm not going to make a film and then fuck it up and then say, oh, so that's what does that. I don't have enough time in a day to play around with film shifting tools. So since there's no law or oversight that says I got to do it, I don't do it. No, we're not going to talk about that. Now you're locked. Not going to get me in a bind with YouTube. Yeah, I'm not going to get in a bind with YouTube over YouTube followership oversight, because some folks come on my shout out box and then start talking about stuff they know they should not be talking about. And I guess they do it because they think that, oh, you don't have an oversee your shout out box, so let me write whatever shit I want to write and hope you don't see it. Oh yeah, and then someone from YouTube comes on and says, what are they talking about? Doing something unlawful or taking something unlawful. And then I get a warning, which YouTube making bad calls on live stream seems to be more smooth now since they work from home. So I'm not taking any of that. So he or she, they both know what he or she knows why they've been locked. I'm not going to have you talk about that on my YouTube fairway. All right. If you folks want to talk about it on your own live stream or your own films, that's your own business. But I'm not putting my good standing, warning, 3 strikes or not, up because some dummy out there wants to talk about, oh, I'm smoking something. And I'm not going to talk about what they were talking about. Because I know there's some folks out there that want to get you in a hang up. So they give you the wire so you can hang yourself with. Well, I'm not doing that. No other live drawing show or drawing film sent besides me. I'm the only one that he likes. And I know I'm about 25 years or 26 years out of date, but oh well. Folks still like me. You know, I'm more, and so maybe I get all these lookers, all these followers on my YouTube fairway, but at the end of the day, I don't get a lot of looking, which some folks would say, why is it, Serena, Sailor Moon, why you get a lot of followers, but some of them watch, some of them don't watch. And on top of that, it's like, I don't know. I'm just happy I got a lot of followers. I've been on YouTube for 7 years. Actually, no, I've been on YouTube longer than 7 years. My saga, my tale on YouTube goes back to 2028 YL. Just forget the 2 nothing, And I was bullied and picked on and made fun of. I was hacked. I was fake told on many times. Had fairways locked. It was not fun. And, and here I am 7 years later with a YouTube fairway that's been in good standing for 7 years, never been hacked, never been, never lost its good standing to anything. And I did all of that. That was someone else that drew that likeness, and then I put it on Twitter. That was someone else's likeness that I drew and put on there, if you're talking about that. So anyway, it just goes to show all of those haters out there, and I had a lot of them, that they don't understand my work. I don't understand them. They wanted to misbehave and misbehave. That was on them. They can have the right to their thoughts and beliefs. They have no truth to it. But at the end of the day, I got a lot of folks who do watch my films, and that it is what it is. So out of having 2,000, I'm guessing by now, followers, and there's probably folks out there like, oh, well, I'm sure a bunch of haters out there who they're locked into who they are. They've been in the hall of shame for about 7 years. Or like, how the fuck is he still on YouTube? And how does she get all these followers? I don't know. Folks actually like what I do. They like Sailor Moon. I don't know. So let's read some other ones here. Yeah, I already answered that one. Yes. I know. Sad for my clearing my throat there. I had laryngitis. Oh God, that Latin borrowed word. I had speech box illness way back on Friday and Saturday. So, and if you think that was going to stop me, then you were wrong, you know. So there, only it cleared itself up truly fast. And I know there's going to be folks out there saying, well, yeah. So it said, did you know which I was? Are you talking about on the front? You're talking about the lead of Twitter? I got that from somewhere, I think on Google likenesses. I may have gotten it from someone else's Twitter. I can't think of where I got it from. But it probably was on some Google likeness seek. You know? That's the one you're thinking of. The one when you go on Twitter and on the front on the lead of it. That is the one you're talking about. I think I got it from, I don't know, I got it from Google likenesses one time. That's all I can think of. That other one, I told you, that one was not mine. That was someone else's that I borrowed it from their Twitter onto mine. I didn't draw that one. Call me what you, yeah, call it as it is. Yeah, oh no. Oh no. It said, if that's the one you're talking about, yeah. And I know there's going to be someone out there saying, yeah. Now I'm clearing my throat all over again. So I didn't, when I started this YouTube live stream, I didn't set anything, and you folks just happened to be on at the time. See, I don't go through and set times. I don't go through and do all that shit, you know? So, and you know, so I was on a YouTube live stream before, watching someone's YouTube live stream, I should say. And I asked them, I say, I don't edit my films. I think it was Want the Parodies or something. And they said, well, you don't have to shift your films. It's hard, but if you like your films, that's what's all needed. There you go. You know, they're the ones that did the parody of me and Fighting Wicked and stuff like that. Now I got to clean stuff out of Microsoft Windows 10. It doesn't actually, I do that. I clean stuff out of their like temporary files, which, why does it hold on to them? Don't know. Then I go into like interweb chooses and clear shit out of there. And then I go on the Norton one, do the same thing there. And in my mind, I think, hey, this will stop lockups from happening. This will stop crashes or whatever you want to call it. And unlike all the other Windows before it, where if it would crash and make some loud noise or would say something and restart, well, Windows 10 just makes a lot of noise. You got to start it up again. So I keep thinking by doing this all the time, I think, yeah, I'm going to clear this stuff up. So I got that done. Sailor Moon 1995. Well, between 95. Because that's when my show came out. The deep one. The ones that all the folks in the New World and all the other English-speaking worlds either love or hate. But if it wasn't for my deep offshoot, no one would even know what I was. All right. So, yeah. Oh, there I go again. All right. So, yeah, that would be it. So, all right. So, you know how you got folks who are mates but are also non-mates, and they go around and they make a wear line and they got this and that, but then that comes with answerable. Then they're answerable. You know, I know you're gonna probably think, oh, when are you gonna start making your own wear line? Not going to be making any shirt line. Not going to be making anything like that. Not going to be making any business out of it. A lot of mates and a lot of non-mates like to run their YouTube fairways as a business, and that's their own business. But then you're answerable for a lot more than just what the oversight of YouTube. And I know I got 7 followers on here, so they can all back up what I'm talking about. But so on YouTube, the only things that I have to think about following is the YouTube Webstead oversight, the YouTube followership oversight. That's it. Oh, yeah, they're going to say, what about the COPA? Oh, I already said not for kids a long time ago, so I'm already following that. What about ownership? I don't do anything on my YouTube fairway that someone's going to bitch and say that's their stuff. Yeah, they're like, oh, well, yeah. So now I'm starting to, I hope it's not coming back again. Yeah. So right now I got 7 followers, 3 thumbs up. I know that someone's going to ask me, oh, Sailor Moon, Serena, why don't you have anyone oversee your shout out box? Well, first off, they don't know what to look for. You know, if you give someone else, you have to trust them first. Then you have to trust them, as I'm saying again. And after that, then you just let them go on their own. And they have to know what to look for. And they're not going to know what to look for. You see, I like to write in big rooms. Some folks don't like that. All right? Some folks think you're yelling, shouting, and yelling at them. Well, guess what? If I'm not putting some kind of, whatever line at the end with a dot or whatever, then I'm yelling at you. But some folks won't know what to look for. So I just do it myself. I only do those every once in a while. The last one I did was way back, probably around May, was on Corov 19 or Corov 20 or whatever the offshoot of the illness is now. And I get frightened every time I do a YouTube live stream because I think that someone at YouTube is going to make a mistake, and say, oh, this film doesn't follow YouTube followership oversight. Or this film does not follow YouTube Webstead oversight. And since this is a warning, nothing will happen. Yeah. And no. So, yeah. I don't really know what else to talk about here, but I'll guess I'll come up with other things. Yeah, my friend. Hi. Yeah, I started out with 7. Now I've gone down to 5. This shows I must be boring. Yeah. Now, I know someone out there, hey, you had yesteryear with streams taken. You had a history with taking down your streams. Doesn't look like much issue with your. I never took any of my YouTube live streams down. They're all up there. You know, you have to go on my fairway, then go at uploads, and then click between upload and live, and you'll see all the live streams I did, the Google Hangouts, back when Google Hangout was a thing, and all the YouTube live streams, or at least some of the ones that YouTube wanted to have up there. See, at one time, YouTube makes it separates between here's uploads and here's live streams. So you had to go to my thing, click on uploads, and then from there you probably got to click on where it says live, and then it will show all the live streams that I have made. Sailor Neptune shoes or Michelle's shoes or footwear actually came from Jasmine. So a Hasbro doll's footwear can fit on an Irwin doll. So if you ever get a Sailor Moon doll and you don't have any shoes, but you got someone from Hasbro, shift the shoes on, they'll fit. But as far as getting handwear goes for her, I haven't really come across anything that I can work of with handwear. You see, the seller that we got it from didn't have any handwear, no footwear, no shifting stick, no looking glass, nothing. But it was the less worth of all the Sailor Neptunes on eBay at the time, so it is what it is. I guess I could bring her on if you wanted to. And she could talk about, her mishap, why she never going to have any handwear, and about how she had to borrow Jasmine's shoes since they actually fit her. Let's read what I got here. It said, but Shawn Michaels on the show. Well, Xena and Jordan tend to do that, put everyone on there but it tends to be more of a, Xena and Jordan do a lot of that. I tend to put folks that tend to be on my show. So, as you know, I guess I'll have to put someone else on the show. No, the only one he likes is Sailor Moon. He is only into Sailor Moon and no other live drawing or drawing film. I know that kind of makes some folks sad. And about 6 followers now are like, what do you mean he only likes Sailor Moon? Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Yeah. And you're like, how? You're like, Serena, but I'm going to tell you another thing. So let's read what we got here. It said, I want to hear from Sailor Neptune about her footwear and her handwear. All right, gotta bring Sailor Neptune on. Bring Michelle. Oh, you burped. Yeah. Oh, stop it. Can you just stand still? Oh, wakefulness. Well, hi, I'm Sailor Neptune. I'm Michelle. And yeah, I don't have any handwear to speak of. The seller from eBay that I came from, who sold me, lost my footwear, lost my handwear, lost my shifting stick, lost my looking glass, and all he had was me. He didn't even have the Irwin toy box that I came in. So as you could see, I don't have no handwear, and I can't seek anything that I could put on my hands to make me handwear. And I know someone out there is like, well, you could always paint on handwear, yeah, if we knew how to do that, which we don't. Do you watch a lot of overstars on on the show? What are you talking about overstars? I don't know. I guess I watch a lot of overstars on a show. I'm not sure what you mean when you talk about watching overstars on a show. Yeah. So, all right, let's get down to this one thing that's, you know, yeah. And there's going to be some folk, see right there. There, yeah. That is actually Jasmine's shoes that I had to borrow. So you can tell right there that I had to borrow Jasmine's shoes. Yeah, we watch a lot of WWE stuff, which is, yeah, true. And we do make thoughts on nearby shows and wrestlers who die and some things that happen in WWE from time to time. We'll talk about it. If that's what you're talking about, then yes. But you should have seen it back in the day. That shit was big. But not anymore. Uh so anyway, yeah, it is what it is. You know? Well, there was a friend on YouTube who I don't know if he's on this live stream or not, or he was. I believe it was. Let's see if he didn't still on here. It was. I'm guessing it must have been Tsunami Z too, and he was the one that bought it. But this doll on eBay was, the less worth of all the dolls on eBay. All the other ones were worth too much. And I know there's folks out there on YouTube all over the world that will tell you, oh, Amazon has the high worths. Well, eBay has some high worths too. Double it when you go to bid. So it was it was less worth than all the other dolls out there. And it happened to be this one was the worth less than all the other ones. So that's why this one got bought, because it was worth less. And I didn't want to take the upside on one of my good friends to make them buy a way too worth doll, where then they'd be like, this is worth too much. The only other one we gotta get now is Sailor Saturn, but she was out of stock when we got on Amazon once. And eBay, who knows? But answer it, it was not worth as much as all the other ones. So I went with this one thinking, oh, that's the likeness. But yeah, what you see is what you get, at least with that seller. So that's why there was no handwear or footwear on it. Yeah, as you can see right now, the sun is shining on the web shooter, and I can't really do anything about that. And 1080p HD is just going to make it look even worse than it already looks like. But anyway, it is what it is. So I hope that answers to what happened. Oh, got 9 followers on this YouTube fairway. And I know someone's going to say, what about Sailor Saturn? Well, that's the last one we need. And if we ever come across, ever get her, which I don't really know if that's ever going to happen or not, it's always either worth too much on Amazon, it was sold out. It's either worth too much on eBay, but I don't know. And then someone out there is going to besmirch on my name. Oh, that's funny, Sailor Neptune goes. Oh, that's funny. Who's going to besmirch my name by saying, oh, you asked for stuff? Well, you got mates and non-mates who ask their backers or forwarders or followers for stuff every day. They go on websteads like GoFundMe and ask for folks to back up their work. So if they have the right to do that, why can't I? But I don't take the upside on anyone, you know. I just want to let you know I don't take the upside on anyone. Yeah, I keep hearing about the Amazon wish list, but how does that work? I guess you input something you want and then hoping that someone ends up buying it somehow. I don't know how the Amazon wish list works. Yeah, I know one time we were talking about getting, what I called Fred Rogers Bray Wyatt and Fiend Bray Wyatt. That was some other live stream. I think that was either a Jordan one. Yeah, that was like way back. Yeah, sure. If I can put my stuff down, I will. Some folks say you shouldn't be putting your stuff down because someone might work it against you, might work it on you, which is true. But we read here. It said I wanted to buy Jordan the Fiend so she could have the Firefly Funhouse. Oh, you mean there's actually both of them. There's Fred Roger Bray Wyatt, and then there's the Fiend Bray Wyatt. I'll put down the stuff. Hold on, I gotta do that. I gotta shift out the dolls anyway, and I gotta write down my stuff. Ah. All right, I gotta put my thing down. Yeah, there's the Fiend Bray Wyatt. There's Fred Rogers Bray Wyatt, as I like to call him. They both come by themselves. So, all right, I'm gonna put down my thing now. There's a lot of trust here going on. Because I trust you won't do nothing with it. Just like I'm sure you would trust me not to do anything with your stuff. And on the interweb, trust is not smooth to come by. You meet so many good folks on the interweb, and then sadly you meet some, we'll just call them creeps, because that's what they are. But I never let the creeps stop me from having fun or making what I call interweb friends or far friends, I guess, making sure I'm spelling everything right. Last I need to do is misspell everything on my send. Yeah. All right. Oh. Now, there's two Bray Wyatts. There is Firefly or Funhouse Bray Wyatt or Fred Rogers Bray Wyatt and the Fiend Bray Wyatt. I have both of them. Then I can do that. Then I can do all that stuff in the TWF and on Jordan and Xena and all that fun shit. Well, all right. Now I'm on here now. Tuxedo Mask, Darian. You know, about 2 years. Let's see, what was it? About 3 years ago, I was in a mishap where my leg came undone, and I had to put a rubber band, a band holding my leg together. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but that's what had happened. I don't know. I would guess he was probably going to get it from Amazon or maybe eBay, or I don't know. He didn't tell me what webstead that he was buying it from, so I'm going to guess one or two. But getting on this whole thing, the only ones that ever came from eBay, at least Sailor Moon, was Sailor Neptune, Michelle. Everyone else was from Amazon. That was a lie. Sailor Mini Moon was from Anime Toys, which is not around anymore. But everyone else was from Amazon. Now you're like, what about Sailor Earth? What about Ernest P. Worrell? Yeah, Ernest P. Worrell, Pee Wee Herman, Beetlejuice, Stephen Urkel, Divatox, they were all from eBay. But the only Sailor Moon thing that ever came from eBay was Sailor Neptune. Well, yeah, then there was Sailor Pluto, but he came from Omen Boy 4, which he probably got it from eBay a long time ago, so it is what it is. Either one, it would be good. Do they have Firefly, Funhouse Bray Wyatt, and Fiend Bray Wyatt? Because I need a both. I need a. That'd be good if I got both of them. And thank you for doing this. You know, I don't. You know, and I do say thank you for doing this. Now I know that haters out there have always besmirched the good name of Dwayne and everything he does. They would say, "Oh, Dwayne's eBay. He's eBaying. He's e-asking." Well, when you go on GoFundMe and Patreon, that French borrowed word, those websteads, aren't you asking for someone to give you something? Then it would be the same thing. So at the end of the day, they want to say that it was bad for me doing this, but if there's websteads that have folks do that, and you ask your followers to be your forwarders and backers. Now, I know that I'm not a YouTube business mate. I'm not making any gal from it. It's all a game. It's all fun for me. It's no business. But I do like to ask my followers to help back me up in my films and what I do. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're not taking the upside on them and as long as you're not working them, which I'm not. I want to say thank you to everyone who has followed me for 7 years, who followed me even before that. So, yeah. Oh. Yeah. So Jordan's going to have two Bray Wyatts. Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt, also known as Fred Rogers Bray Wyatt, and the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Yeah, they can be on Jordan's film. They can be in a TWF. They can be in Xena. Hell, he's in Queen Beryl. Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa could somehow work them into fighting us. You know. So it works out. Yes. Yeah, so thank you once again. Now, here is anything you want to ask, you can ask. Like, I know a lot of folks ask, why is we do Sailor Moon or what? Why we do Sailor Moon for? Well, because Sailor Moon is one of his beloved live drawing shows. You know, a lot of folks can be Sailor Moon followers for a long time. But Dwayne, when he was younger, 1995, while 11-year-old Dwayne used to watch Sailor Moon on WB and UPN and Fox, maybe WGN. I don't know. Maybe it was NBC, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he's in USA cartoon and watch some followings and then not think of it. And then go to, I don't know, either go to learn and not think of anything of it. You know, it wasn't something you talked about. It was just something you did. It wasn't like you did anything wrong. You just didn't talk about it, So then go to September of 28 YL. Forget those other O's are in there. They're stead holders for nothing. So 28 YL. All right. Nostalgia critic, whatever you want to call him, he's talking about, what he believes are the top hot live drawing women. And he brings up Sailor Moon. And then he goes, I think back to watching Sailor Moon on WB and UPN and Fox and WGN. And he's on USA, maybe on Cartoon. And he got into it. And he has been a follower ever since. Like the Deke and the Cloverway and the Viz. It said you did not do box yourself. I don't understand what you wrote. It said do XX yourself. You mean, I don't know what you're asking me, but I don't know. Anyway, let's just go on. Yeah, let's just go on from there. Someone said they want to see Luna and Artemis on here. Well, Funko, Pop Good Doers, Luna and Artemis. Sadly, it cannot be the stuff Luna and Artemis. It's either the Funko Luna and Artemis. Now the fire speaker's ringing. Oh, I'll get that! I know where I put them. Oh, let's see. Oh. It said, bro, you whip. All right, that's it. Well, how else were they going to give me the gift? And I know you really, truly shouldn't be doing stuff like that. All right, all right, Luna says. We're here on a YouTube live stream now, Luna says. Yeah, Artemis says. This is us on a YouTube live stream. I'm Funco's Luna, and I'm Funco Artemis. We might not be what you thought we would be, but we're more. This is better than nothing, greater than nothing. Yeah. And everyone asks me, was I blue or am I black? Well, I'm black. But somehow in the live drawings, I'm black. But somehow in the live Farseer show, I'm blue. Yeah, Luna, but at least I'm white in all of them. No, you're not. See, in the Toon Maker Sailor Moon, I was white. Oh, yeah, forget about that one. Anyone know all about the Toon Maker Sailor Moon? The Sailor Moon that almost happened but didn't happen because it was too much to do a live drawing show and a live show. Yeah, if that would have been a Sailor Moon, we would have gotten. Folks would have been bitching about that one and said, oh, I wish I would have seen the other one. But, yeah. So we see. Oh, yeah. Well, tell Uncle T that he's been locked because he wanted to start saying things that were wrong to say. And I'm not going to read what he said. You know? So, and someone's like, you shouldn't be giving out your stuff. Well, yeah, it's just true. You shouldn't truly be giving out your need. That's true. But I do trust the one I'm giving it out to. And he hasn't done anything to make me not trust him. Yeah. Oh, sad for that burp. Forgive me for that. Now, I know 1080p isn't good. It's the highest form of HD, Luna. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's not as good as folks make it out to be. But it's good. Who else do you think is going to be on our YouTube live stream besides us? I don't know. Others. I'm not sure. There might be other folks that might be on our YouTube live stream, but how long do we go on doing this for? I don't know. What do you mean about Artemis's tone? I guess you're talking about my tone. Yeah, Luna, they'd be talking about your tone, not mine. Yeah, they'd be talking about that. Yeah, they would be. You know. So, what else do you want to know? Yeah, I tell you one thing. Sailor Venus is not. She's hard to deal with. Mina's hard to deal with. Are you mad? Sailor Moon Serena is as hard to deal with as anyone else. And I gotta read the shout out box now. Yeah, Luna's tone was awesome. Luna has a good tone. I guess I try to do Joe Flipper. Yeah, but I can't do this all the time. I used to do the voices for the Southwoods a long time ago, and I would get speech, voice, illness all the time. You know, laryngitis, that French, that Latin borrowed word, that Greek borrowed word. So I don't do it anymore. I only do it every once in a while. So it is what it is. I guess we gotta go now, Artemis says. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, those are the pop good doer ones. Oh. Who passed when? Yeah. Who was the one who passed it when? I want to know. Yeah, I want to know who that was, but I don't know. It was probably Sailor Moon. You know, Serena. Oh no, it could have been Sailor Earth Ernest. You know? All right. So everyone used to like me when I made my rants, when I bitched about stuff, and I still do. So yeah, but I'm not like yeah, yeah. I was supposed to Sailor Moon. It was Serena. Could have been Sailor Earth Ernest. So a long time ago, there was this, I don't know, BGSN, this Sailor Moon one, Megami 33 and her friends did. And one was called Ray's Rules for Posting Comments, or Ray's Oversight for Posting Words, putting words. And then I went through and bitched about all the things. Well, I shipped one thing out. It was like, between yelling at Serena, yelling at Ernest, and cleaning, snorting crack, and cleaning the blood from my clown wear, I don't have time for your shit. I had to and put Ernest in there because he was the last to waken up. So it would be like this. It'd be like Ray's oversight for putting words. Get it? I misspelled oversight because that's what the cool kids on YouTube do. The ones I give up. And I give up all noobs that post dumb words. I'm getting hard to body, so you gotta help me. First rule, if you don't got time to look, know how you're spelling it, then don't put it down. And I'd be like, oh, rule 2. I only oversight 2. I only care about your thought on the show. I don't care about nothing else. I don't know. I have to watch the whole thing. Then I have to do my take on it, which is probably going to happen sometime this month or next month. I don't know. But I get the thoughts of it. Go on YouTube, look up Ray's Rules. Yeah, someone misspelled that borrowed word. Put a Z in it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, she is. So let's get talking about what's going to irk the shit out of me. All right. So you got these folks that go around And they got these folks that want to bitch about how, about stuff. But I don't know. Let's see, I don't know what need to bitch about. All right. You got folks on YouTube who think they're more good at bitching about shit than I do. You have James E. Cornette. You have Angry Joe. But at the end of the day, I think I could be more angrier than them. So you have this. He going around bitching about every film game there is out there. He's bitching about how E-Games made this new NFL Madden game and have craft a football player, and he's bitching about how many layers they give you to work with, about how the game plays, how the players play, how you have to buy all these unlockable players. And you got James E. Cornette bitching about how wrestling isn't good anymore. How wrestling's never good anymore. Yeah, well, these two probably had nothing on me because had nothing on me because I have bitch about Sailor Moon and bitch about Sailor Earth. And I used to bitch about that shit too. So I think the three of us should get together and we should seek out who I think it can bitch the most. I think I could bitch more. You get me started on something. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this whole thing going on. So it's sad. All right. You have folks having fights over, I get it. There's kind hating going on. Folks having fights. That's not standing up for what you believe in when you're fighting and breaking shit. That's just being unlawful. There's a big unlikeness between standing up for something you believe is wrong and breaking stuff and burning things. Then, on the other side, you got folks bashing, saying shit about Donald Trump, saying shit about Joseph Biden, which at the end of the day, they got their strengths and weaknesses. Who would I choose to be a force setter? I don't know. I don't choose the force setters. I don't even choose my own. This whole mudslinging shit shouldn't be in lawmaking. Oh, and don't get me started about the COVID-19, COVID-20 shit. This illness that Lucifer made, yeah, I know God's going to stop it at the end. Everyone's got to be 6 feet away, wear layer wear. And it's so irksome that there are still folks out there that either believe that it's made up, or they believe that or they believe the leadership did it, or they think it's some kind of made up shit. Fucker. How could any of these folks actually believe that an illness is made up? I don't understand it. I don't know. I don't care where the illness came from. They say, oh, Lucifer made it come from China. Well, wherever it came from, it's here now. And the illness that Lucifer's made, God will stop. And if I wrote that on Twitter, Twitter would lock me. Because Twitter doesn't like you saying stuff like that. Twitter doesn't like you saying, oh, Lucifer made COVID-19. Lucifer made COVID-20. Oh, God's going to kill COVID-19 or COVID-20. Yeah, Twitter isn't like YouTube. Well, you don't have to think about me. You don't have to worry about, about business wises, because I'm not a YouTube business mate. So there are going to be no business wises on my films. And you got these folks who get into being a YouTube mate, but they don't take the time to read up on the oversight. And then they bitch when something happens. Well, if you didn't take the time to read the oversight on all the oversights you have to follow, besides being business-wise friendly, the Google AdSense oversight, the YouTube Webstead oversight, the YouTube followership oversight, the YouTube mateship oversight. If you didn't take the time to read the oversight, then don't have the ground to bitch about it. You mean, yeah, at least I am not dumb enough to be a YouTube business mate. I'm not dumb enough to make a Google AdSense. I'm not dumb enough to go through the whole thing to be a YouTube mate. So then I have to fear about, am I following YouTube mateship oversight? Am I following the YouTube followership oversight? Am I following the YouTube Webstead oversight? Am I following the YouTube Webstead friendly the YouTube business wise oversight, friendly oversight? On top of the COPA shit? On top of the ownership shit? No. I'm only going to follow the YouTube followership oversight, the YouTube Webstead oversight, and that's it. You got these folks that would come on and they'd say, Ray, Sailor Mars, I was like you once, and I got bored, and I filled it out, and I became a YouTube business mate. If you were like me, you would have not even had enough followers or enough watch time to get in. You wouldn't even done it. So, what do you think of that? I seek to be a little bit more toned down than I was before. You know? Do I still get irked sometimes? Do I get mad sometimes? Yeah. Does Serena and Ernest, Sailor Moon and Sailor Earth irk me sometimes? Yes, they do. But not as much as they used to in the beginning. You mean Redbox or Reddit? Oh, Redbox. Huh. Yeah. I don't have anything bad about the Redbox. Except they don't always have everything you want. You know, that was the thing. Netflix didn't have everything you want. Redbox didn't have everything you want. But I think Redbox is good if you happen to seek something you want. What happened with Matt Hardy and AEW? Well, first off, AEW, they're answerable for how they run their wrestling. You have folks that don't know, you have owners like Shao Kahn and Anthony Kong that don't understand the wrestling business. Then you have wrestlers like Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, and both Nick and John Nicholson, both John and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, who only wrestled but know nothing about running a wrestling business. So they're doing all kinds of dumb shit. And then one of their wrestlers gets harmed. And the fuckers keep the fight going instead of just stopping it there. That's all on them. I hope Matt Hardy's all right. You know, mishaps happen. I get it. But all the other shit you were doing after that was all on you. You know, you couldn't, or maybe there was nothing you could have done about Matt Hardy getting harmed. That's true. But you could have stopped the fight. You could have stopped the match there. But you chose not to. And these fuckers, forgive me for saying that, actually believe that they're going to beat WWE. Yeah, you got IW that's been fighting WWE for 8 between years. You got these folks doing it for 12 months. Well, if Dixie Carter could never beat Vince McMahon in 8 between years, what makes Shao Kahn believe he can do it in 12 months? I don't know. All right. So I guess I'll have to, well, all right. Well, what else do I need to say here? I guess there's nothing else I can say. So I'll let you all go. It's 6:02 here in the evening now. I've done this live stream for, I guess, 2 spans. Yeah. So I'll see you all later. Thank you for coming on here. Goodbye. He doesn't have a job.